Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is more Star Wars Battlefront 2, and we're playing Galactic Assault on the map Tatooine. I'd like to just say immediately that I think this is probably the most impressive level in the game, and I've not spoken about this in the videos because every time I go into a video with the intentions of talking about stuff, I talk about different things, because that's just the nature of how commentary evolves. When you go in there with an idea and it just kind of gets, convoluted and you go on tangents and shit gets confusing as I get into a gunfight here, and my aim is terrible, but what's new? This level is so detailed with so many elements that are very rich and very familiar to anybody who's a fan of Star Wars, and I think they really nailed the atmosphere and the ambience and just an incredible eye for detail and really making you feel like you're in the world. It's cool, right? But I kind of wish that that dedication and that passion and that obvious love had gone into making the game work. And I know that might sound like a bit of a underhanded compliment to come into a criticism, but this game has problems. It's had problems for a long time, and DICE have proven that they're not in any rush to really fix them. And everybody hopes for a fix, and then when the fix comes, something else gets wrecked. And it's really an interesting experience and a part of kind of gaming community culture that I've not been a part of, as I get one bursted by an A280. That happens very rarely in my experience, but pretty cool, right? Look at these guys! Look at the detail! That is two stormtroopers talking to a random dude in the level. And we are stormtroopers, so it can make you think that that's my teammate doing that. And here's another great piece of design. Isn't that fun? Another fun aspect, as someone on my team picks Bosk and starts jumping, which tells me that he knows that Bosk's jump is powerful, and hopefully he'll do some good work, because at the moment I'm not doing shit, and it's about to get better. Watch this cheeky bastard. Look at this guy. Camera angled the fuck out of me. See how fast I died? That is about as fast as death can come in this game. He's using one of the best guns in the game, the same gun I'm using. He's crouching to give himself extra accuracy, and he put me down incredibly swiftly. But this level looks amazing. It has so much detail in it, to the point where you get stuck on everything. It's really cluttered, it's really awkward, and you get into these moments where you'll be in a gunfight and it feels really wonky because you're bumping into stuff. You can't move, you can't roll, you can't jump. A million reasons that makes it really awkward. But you gotta come back to that initial point of, God, does this game look really good. And you know what's really sad now? We just got patch 1.2. and they've altered visual graphics. They've altered some kind of way the game processes something, and it's affected the anti-aliasing and the level of detail. So the game that you're watching right now is being played on a base Xbox, so it doesn't look as good as it would if I was playing on the Xbox X, but it still looks pretty goddamn impressive, right? It runs at a decent frame rate, it's a beautiful looking game, it's got a great aesthetic and a great sense of style. And now they've turned it into Lego, because the anti-aliasing is 100% worse, and I don't know why. I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know if it's a mistake. I don't know if it's intentional, because we've had absolutely no confirmation from the developers. All they've mentioned is that they're working on it, whatever it happens to be. And it's very sad, because one of the greatest aspects of this game is that it doesn't matter if you're good at it, doesn't matter if you're bad at it. It looks great, it feels like Star Wars, it enables people who aren't necessarily god gamers and wrecking teams and carrying teams to have a good time. And now that the graphics look so stupid and so ugly and so awkward, it's 100% just pulling you out of that experience and ruining that immersion. And I'm not a person who really plays for those things, but I know that a lot of casual players do. That's the reason why resolution is so popular, and 4K this and 4K that, is because people love things to look nice. And the game looks really bad now. It's kind of crazy. And this is not even the biggest issue that I could talk about, because I need to talk about some issues, because I think this gameplay is a fantastic example of it. I'm not on a bad team in this gameplay. I'm not. I didn't do so hot at the beginning, but I've got Palpatine now, and I've picked Palpatine because Bosk is taken. Palpatine is pre-patch here, so he can shoot through walls, he can be the peril, the terror that he was before. He's incredibly strong. He's too strong, and he needs to be nerfed, and they did nerf him, and that's a good thing. When you pick this character, you can almost single-handedly carry entire teams to victory on most maps. There's a Lando Calrissian in the spawn, and I'm wrecking him in the spawn, and I'm shooting through walls. It's cheesy bullshit, right? It's how it works. Whenever you pick this dude, if you play him intelligently or you understand how he works, and you've got a couple of those star cards to inflate him a bit, you can do great things with this character. Should you deserve to is beyond the point. The fact is, you can deal some serious damage, and I'm going to try and support my team as best as I can with this dude, because he's really strong, but he's not infallible. I've killed more Palpatines than probably any other hero in the game. Do you know why? Because not everybody who plays him knows how to use him. People understand he's strong, people understand that they get killed by him a lot, and they pick him without any real understanding of how he works, and then they play him incorrectly and then they get killed. I'm going to be killed later on in this video because I overextend. And I overextend for a really good reason. Do you see the map right now? I'm on the objective as Palpatine. It's quite a rare thing to see sometimes, especially when he's on his own. Palpatine on his own is at risk of getting killed, because all it takes is one flashbang, all it takes is Rey to sneak up on him. It doesn't take much. If I bump into Chewbacca, Chewbacca can cause me havoc. Right now, there's two guys behind me and our entire enemy team is on the other point. I will never understand not wanting to follow a hero into battle in this game, because the heroes will keep you safer, the heroes will do way more damage than you can generally do as a trooper, and they will almost always scare away other troopers and allow you to contest a point like this. So right now, me and Bosk are in this room. When you have Bosk and Palpatine in a room, why the fuck are you not in the room? Can you understand that, guys? Have you played this game? When you have two heroes in a point like this, you want to run in here and help the heroes, because the heroes are great, but they're not infallible. They can be killed. Look at Luke. Luke ran in alone because his team got pushed back, and he got killed because there was two heroes against him, and my team is turning up now, and it looks like we might be well to actually capture this point. But how long have I been in this point? I've been in this point a long time, and this is not Palpatine's job. Palpatine's job is to just strike fear into the hearts of the enemy team and 100% deny them access. It's to keep them in the spawn, it's to just block out any hope they have of pushing forward and be an intimidation factor. He's great on objectives and it can be done, and I have to do it because this team just didn't want to do it. But the point is, going into a claustrophobic area like this, close range, with not necessarily a low ceiling but lots of things to clip on, is not where Palpatine shines. Because if you don't know, the closer you are to Palpatine, the less damage his lightning does. It's borderline broken. If you stand Vanguard range on Palpatine, his lightning does almost no damage to you. It's like it doesn't work. It's one of the drawbacks of it, one of the only drawbacks. And additionally, if you can't jump and you can't dash and you're like clipping into things and getting stuck, you can't be evasive. Palpatine has great regenerative capabilities, but he doesn't take damage well, so he can be easily felled in that manner. So pushing into that building like I did just then is not the toughest thing to do if you're confident in your ability on this game and you understand how it works, but it's not the safest thing to do. And the thing with this guy is aggression, but intelligent aggression. Stupid aggression will get you killed, like all those Palpatines I've mentioned before. And this is a really interesting game because you're going to see a team of capable players using broken characters and good characters, very strong characters, coming up against people who might not necessarily be the best players or have the best characters, but they play as a team and they play the objective. And that is a really strong thing in this game. Because, let's face it, right? The progression system in Battlefront 2 has problems. It's one of the most maligned things in the game. It doesn't bother me personally because I play for gameplay. I don't care about unlocks, I don't care about levels, I don't care about carrot on the stick. The carrot on the stick for me is how much I enjoy the gameplay. That's why I play. But I'm not everybody, and people need more incentives these days to play. We've already discussed this. One of the things that people really like to get in this game is credits, because it enables you to buy the boxes, and the boxes give you progression, right? They give you new cards, they give you crafting parts, they give you all that kind of fun stuff, and it feels, fun to buy that shit. It's got that endorphin drip that leads to gambling and ruining families and all that other fun stuff. The problem with the game, when it comes to its progression as it stands, other than the fact that it doesn't really have any progression, as this Yoda pushes out and gets murdered, and that officer's pushing out as well, is the fact that you don't earn money for your results in battle. So, in this gameplay that you're watching, I am being incredibly aggressive with a broken character, and I'm trying my best to push into these rooms and give my team some leeway to come in here and activate this objective. And that's kind of my job. I'm going to get a lot of kills, I'm going to get a lot of points, but at the end of the game, I'm going to get the same amount of money as the dude below me, and the dude below him, pretty much. I'll get a little bit of a bonus for being number 1, but other than that, it's not that much. And because it's not that much, it leads to this really bad attitude that a lot of players have on this game. And it's bad in a relative sense. You might not think it's bad, I think it's bad. People don't play the objective in Battlefront 2 because it doesn't lead to what they want, and it doesn't lead to what they enjoy. There is almost no incentive to win in this game, nor is there any incentive to win decisively. So what this leads to is players intentionally dragging games out because the credit acquisition rate... Look at this, by the way. Fuck me. You see what I mean when I don't have a team on me? I mean, the team's trying to get in there, but I got lit up real quick just then. If you focus on Palpatine, he dies. That's all you've got to do. And it can be easy to say it, but I'm one of those people that does it. I chase Palpatines because I know how vulnerable he can be. And this Yoda right here, Yoda got real strong after the buff. Yoda was already good if you played him defensively and you stayed with your team. Very, very strong character, but he's even more so now. So if you like Yoda, Yoda definitely got a big boost. And I bump into some pretty good Yodas these days, which is cool. Look at me getting stuck, by the way. I could have been killed then if anybody had seen me, just because of aforementioned fantastic looking level with too much shit in it. But because there's no incentive to win, people don't try. So instead, it becomes just team deathmatch with an objective that oftentimes gets ignored. And there's nothing really that wrong with that. Watch this, by the way. This is about to get real funny here. I didn't realise the shitstorm I was facing, and then Luke pushes me, and I'm already dead. Look at that. Chewbacca comes in, spawns, there's a Rey with him, they have 3 heroes, and it's like, Jesus, what happened? But you know, if you look at the table just then, there's a guy above me on points. So we have someone on our team who's doing really well as well. Where was he? You know, where was that guy? What is that guy doing? Why are we not in this room? Why are we all pushed out? Look at the map right now, guys. See our heroes? Oh, wow, see Chewie just then. Chewie's super weak. Oh my god, he picked Kylo Ren. That explains everything. Jesus Christ. Anyway, who's this? That is Rey. That is bad news, Rey. This is when their roll was really strong as well, so am I going to survive this encounter? It looks like I might. Look at the damage! See how much damage we did when we focused her down? That's what you've got to do to heroes. You can't give them a second. Get on them, get them killed, get them rid of them. Right now, we've got momentum. They have 2 heroes that have just died. The people picking heroes now are almost always going to be worse players than the people who just had heroes, because this is the part in the game where even the terrible players have got enough points to pick a hero when they're free. So chances are, you'll get people running at you, and it'll just be an opportunity to get a nice quick kill. But our team isn't pushing forwards. And I'm going to get vanguarded. There you go. Oh wow, he blew the turret up. It wasn't even a vanguard? Terrible. But you'll see that, like, their team is doing the perfect job of defending by virtue of our team doing the perfect job of doing fuck all and not pushing in. Standing, staring at openings instead of moving. Look at them! Like, who plays like this? Life isn't precious in this game. Doesn't matter how much you die, you can't even check to see how much you've died. Look how many people I can see right now! I'm getting fucked! This is great for them, terrible for me, but it's cool to see, right? A team of randoms coming together to play the objective and push us back. And I love it. And I'm losing. And we've got 3 lives to get this last objective, and my entire team wants to stand staring at it rather than going on it. And when you don't have a support as a hero, it's really tough to push objectives, especially when you're coming up against such dense numbers. And we've got 2 more lives, so I'm going to try and get in now if I can and just cause some chaos trying to... But look at them, all of them running into where they need to go. We've got to plant off on the objective. He's turning it off. I'm going to get in here and try and stop him. He's a Wookiee, I can't kill him in time. He turns it off. Look at them swarming it. It's crazy. Why do they never put me on those kind of teams? I'd love to be on their team. Because if you look at the numbers just then, the highest kills on their team is 29 eliminations. 29 eliminations is really low for a Galactic Assault, but look what they managed to achieve together. They pushed back Palpatine, Bossk. I'm not even going to mention Kylo Ren because it's a fucking joke, but you know what I mean? It's crazy. They did a really good job because they played the goddamn objective. The whole point of the game. They did, and I don't think our team really did. You know, and it's that crazy thing. I'll never understand it personally, but it's really interesting to see. More patch talk coming in extra videos, because I didn't get a chance to say what I wanted to say, but I hope you enjoyed a slightly different video there. Kind of, Tatooine's an interesting map. It's usually quite easy to do that final section, but you wouldn't think so, judging by how that team kept us out. So thank you for watching, and you take care now.